What's up, fight fans? Here to talk about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Will the fight happen? And also the state of boxing today, currently. Will the fight happen? First off, it will. How soon? It's gonna drag out until one or both of them have a loss, because well, let me get into the state of boxing, and it'll probably clear up why I feel like Spence Crawford's not going to happen for a while. State of boxing is a complete mess, and has been for a long time, and it's not getting any better. All the major promoters in the game have totally, I don't want to say ruined the sport, but really made the sport non-fan friendly, non-competitive, and it's a shame. It doesn't have to be this way. We got PBC, who their promoter is Al Heyman, who's like the Wizard of Oz of boxing. No one sees from him, no one hears from him. I believe the guy was actually in the music business before he even came into this boxing thing. And really, the only reason he got involved is because he made Mayweather hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, if not $1 billion by now. And then he was able to infiltrate the young kids because they wanted that Mayweather money, but they're never ever going to see Mayweather money. So anyways, he's got the biggest and best stable of fighters. And then you got top rank Bob Arum, angry old man who's been in the game way too long, who frankly the game's passed him by, but it's all he knows, and it's all he's gonna do, till he's not with us anymore, I believe. He has a couple alright fighters, most of his really good fighters are Serbian or Ukraine, and no one really knows them real well. Like I'm really bad with their names. I know he's got Usyk, and I know he's got Gazbek, the dude that beat that Teddy Atlas training, and that beat Stevenson, and just beat this other guy who really didn't want any part of the actual boxing. He was running around and ended up injuring himself by running around. But anyways, he has Vasily Lomachenko, who's a great boxer, one of the top in the pound per pound, obviously. He has Terence Crawford, obviously another great boxer, pound per pound. He's right up there. But yeah, as far as like, you know, those are the two biggest names that anyone knows from Top Rank, is Lomachenko and Terence Crawford. So, you know, I mean, he has Tyson Fury also, I forgot. So he has three legitimate, well-known people. And, you know, I don't know who Fury was signed with when he fought Wilder the first time, but now he's signed with Top Rank, and that's why the Fury Wilder fight's not getting done. And Bob Arum's trying to spin it, saying, oh, he wants to build him up to the American audience. That's bullcrap, because the American audience already knows the damn man, because it was one of the best fights in recent heavyweight boxing history, and very controversial at that. And they should have had an automatic rematch, instead of fighting fighters that no one knows, no one cares about. I mean, we got Wilder fighting Brazil. They're both represented and promoted by PBC. And then Fury's taking on some fighter that he's gonna, you know, knock out easily or easily beat. It's just bull. And the other thing, like out of all of the boxing promoters in today's game, the only one that I feel like really gives a crap and cares about the fans is Eddie Hearn from Matchroom over in the UK. But unfortunately, now this is where we get into the business of boxing. Alright, so you got PBC, who is signed with Fox Sports as their TV distributor. You got Top Rank, who signed with ESPN as their boxing TV distributor. You got Matchroom, who isn't signed with, well, they're signed with DAZN, who's their boxing television distributor. And then the problem with all that is, like, DAZN is really, it's a horrible product, because they have one fighter, Canelo Alvarez, and the rest are, you know, a lot of UK dudes who Americans have never heard of. And honestly, I've had DAZN since it started. I signed up for it, and I'm probably gonna get rid of it after this Canelo versus Jacobs fight, because I just never watch it. I mean, what's the point in having it? Um, and plus they raise the rates, so I mean, I don't need that. Uh, and then you got PBC with Fox, and yeah, I bought the Mikey Garcia Errol Spence fight because I love Mikey Garcia. He's my favorite boxer, and I just I just was not gonna miss that fight. But you know what else really gets me is like a boxing pay-per-view used to be like $50, uh, $60, and that was a lot, you know. I mean, you can pool together a couple friends, but now it's like most of your friends who even kind of like boxing, they're not gonna chip in on a pay-per-view. Um, you have to get like someone like me who's like a hardcore boxing fan, uh, and then you know I gotta shell out the total amount, and it's not worth it. Um, that Errol Spence Mikey Crawford fight was $80. I mean, and the fight that uh, Top Rank just put on through ESPN, uh, Terence Crawford and Amir Khan, was $70. I mean, so not only is it astronomical in in their price range, but these aren't even. I mean, Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence. I wanted to see. I wanted to see if Mikey could do it, if he could go up 2 divisions, because it's happened before, and I just wanted to see if he could win, or even look, you know, look good losing. And he did neither. But he did give it his all. He never quit. And uh, a big shout out to him. You know, Mikey, you did your best. You tried your best. It just you took on the biggest, baddest man at 147, and I think had you fought a Porter or Danny Garcia or even a Thurman, I think it would have been a lot more beneficial for you. At least as far as the fight played out. But, you know, I'm sure I think that fight did almost 500,000 buys, which is 500,000, which is great in today's boxing economy. So you made your money, and that's why another reason I bought it is because I wanted you and Earl both to get your money. Now, I hate the promoters and I hate all the other BS, but the fighters, I'm absolutely 100% for you guys. The promoters and stuff, they could do away with them, and I would never shed a tear. But sadly, they are needed, I guess. I don't think they are, because Mikey Garcia has shown that if you have a bit of common sense, you can go out, break away from these, from all all the promoters and be a free agent and uh, do your own fights. So, but the thing is, a lot of young guys who don't have the history and the background like Mikey and his family uh, don't have those resources available to them. But that's why Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence got made, is because Mikey Garcia is a free agent. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, if Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence got made, why can't Crawford and Spence get made? And it's real simple. Top Rank and PBC, they don't do business. They've done business, I think, one time, and that was Mayweather Pacquiao fight that should have happened probably 5 years prior, and we saw worse fighters that night than we should have seen 5 years earlier, when both men were still younger and before Pacquiao suffered that devastating knockout to Wanma. But that's the only time Top Rank and PBC's done business, and I think that Crawford and Spence, it's going to be the same route. It's going to be 5-6 years from now, maybe 7. Well, I don't think 7, but probably 5 or 6 years. Because honestly, Heyman and I think Aram does care about the fans a little, and he wants to give the fans that fight, but he can't do it on his own. And Heyman does not care about the fans at all. Zero. He cares about the fans. He cares about his bottom line, and that's it. And all the Heyman fighters can get mad at me and pissed at me, but look, he may be making you a lot of money, I don't know, but he's not making you Mayweather money, and that's the reason why you went with him. And no one's gonna make Mayweather money. It's just not feasible in today's climate. And also, I'm not buying another $80 pay-per-view. So if they don't come off that $80 range, I'm not doing it. I won't watch the fight. I'll wait and I'll watch it on delay or whenever network televises it or something like that. But I'm not going to pay $80 to watch another fight in my life. I just won't do it. Nor will I pay $70 for a Top Rank fight that was a bogus fight to begin with. Look, I think Amir Khan's a great person, but every time he's stepped up in boxing, he's just never been able to show us that he's a legitimate boxer as far as the top tier goes. Amir Khan's just below that. and that's all right. You know, he's made a lot of money, and that's good. But the thing is, I wanted no part of that Crawford Khan fight for the main reason I already knew who was gonna win. It was just how he was gonna win. Was he gonna be impressive and knock him out fast? I did not foresee. Look, American claim, and he has claimed that he didn't quit, but he quit. Amir Khan, you quit, sir. You looked for a way out. You got one on a low blow. It was a low blow, but he hit you on the thigh. He didn't hit you square in the pecker, square in the balls. And you didn't want any more of it, and that's cool. I get it. The dude you're fighting is, who knows? He could be the best welterweight that's come along in decades. You know, until we see Spence and Crawford, we'll never know, because they're both legitimate, and it should do, you know, it should do 1,000,000 buys easily if they made it reasonable. $60, $65. But $80, come on, that's ridiculous. You better give us a whole hell of a lot of fights on that whole card, including Crawford and Spence, if you want $80 from me again, ever. But yeah, I don't foresee this thing happening anytime soon. Unfortunately, it's just the way boxing has become, and now with each promoter having their own different TV side of the deal, it just makes it all. I never thought I would say this, but it makes it worse than before, because before it was Showtime and HBO. It was 2 channels. Now you got 4 channels. You know, you got Fox, ESPN, The Zone, and I'm missing one other one. But yeah, I mean, it's, and look, I'm not a huge fan of Showtime boxing. They always pull for the PBC fighters because that's who they're aligned with. But I was not a fan at all of HBO, especially the last 5 years, because every fight they were so tilted toward whichever fighter the promoter was, who was putting on that show. They were so tilted toward that guy. It was unbelievable, and their dislike for Floyd Mayweather really didn't help things. I mean, I don't know. the only guy who I respect out of either Showtime or HBO is Paulie Malignaggi. He doesn't really seem to get into, he's going to tell you, even if the PBC guy is not winning, he's going to let you know. And I think that, I think Paulie's actually very, very good at what he does. Now, when I see him in all these interviews and stuff, he's kind of a different dude, but hey, he's really good at what he does for Showtime, and I appreciate that as a boxing fan. Hey, he's not just riding with the promoters' fighters. And Lampley, I don't know, that whole crew at HBO had long stayed past their time, and it's sad, and hopefully they'll get back into it, because I don't see DAZN working out. I just don't see it. I don't see ESPN working out financially or making money. I don't see those two working out. Fox, no. Fox is going to probably work out just on the sheer number of fighters that Heyman has, and how good they are. But it might not. I mean, they might drop them a lot quicker than CBS wanted to. CBS Showtime, because Fox signed them, but they want the best fights and the most money. So if you're Al Heyman and you turn down even negotiations with Top Rank and over a Spence Crawford fight or a Wilder Fury fight or any of those inner promotion, cross promotion type deals, Fox is gonna get sick of it and be like, we didn't get into this business to just strictly have your fighters fight your fighters, because they're not making the most money that could be made. And the same is going to go with ESPN. From what I hear, I think Crawford and Khan did about like 150,000 buys, which I think is probably the high end, because I can't imagine 150,000 households or people buying that fight. I just can't. But I don't know. That's kind of the state of boxing, folks, from where I see it, and it's sad for us, the real fans, the people who just want to see the best damn fights, who just want to see the best versus the best. No matter who their promoters are or what TV networks, all that garbage, we want to see the best fighters fight the best fights, and we don't give a crap about any of this other crap. And right now, we're not getting it, and we haven't been getting it for a long, long time. It's very upsetting to me, and hopefully it will change, and hopefully it will change soon. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, if you got something to say, comment on it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be talking more boxing on here also. Appreciate it. Peace.